Hello.
Good
We
morning.
we are here. It took a bit of time, and we are actually here for the season number 3. Well, as you can see, we have a new face in the PUBG segment. This is our new caster for the season 3, Mr. Content.
Well, hello guys. Hello. You probably have seen me before, only a little bit in a little bit of different of the area of PUBG.
Yeah, on the other side, I think just now in that highlight what we all watched, we could see how you clutched few moments of that game and you bring the victory for the Mighty Wolves.
Definitely. And I had a probably it was my probably my top of my game. Let's say
Yeah.
last season of BSL. In other tournaments, I didn't do so well, but BSL was probably one of my best ones. I
Well,
would
it's
say.
nice to hear that. As we know, if we look at all of the teams that we gonna see on this season, there's a lot of new faces as well. But what I really like is to see those who played in a season 2, so we can see them adapting to the game, and maybe now they're gonna bring the victory for their teams. You know, as we look for, let's say P9, that's a kind of new team, but with the old
It
players that we
still it
saw in the
still
last
feels
season.
it still feels like the same old team. We had pretty much the whole season we played it together, as I was a part of
Hmm.
them as well. We did play all of the season together. Only I think we had standing for like 40 games. So
Yeah.
the team pretty much feels the same. The only difference is that the change has been with me replaced by Corm,
Yeah.
replaced by Corm, and I think it's a really good addition for their team as well.
Yeah, and as I know from the information that we gathered, we have 3 Estonian teams, we have 7 Lithuanian and 6 Latvian teams
Can you imagine?
participating.
Last year, I think it was almost like it felt like it's all about Latvians
Yeah,
in PUBG scene. This year, as we can see, Lithuanians are taking over.
exactly. And if we look at the numbers at the top 4 of the last season as well, we can see that there was every single country being represented in the top 4. As we remember, the Latvia, the Mighty Wolves, you in the front, you won the BSL season 2 of the PUBG, and as well in the second position it was the
Litas guys,
yeah the
guys from
Litters,
Litas,
the Estonians mixed with some
Estonians
other
with some
dudes. Yeah.
Lithuanians, and it was all
Yeah.
Baltics there.
And as we know for now, a lot of those players are playing in the high-end teams, like in an. I think Gaxi played for NIP for a while, and
It's still there. Gaxi and BESL, they
yeah,
are still both in NIP. Xchris is at the minute. If I'm not wrong, Xchris is still the minute he's still teamless, but
yeah,
he's looking
yeah,
back to. He switched from PUBG for a
yeah.
while, played
And
some Apex.
and how do you feel after knowing that you won some of the players that are playing in the highest possible teams, like right now, what we have in the
Well,
regions of
one
Baltics?
of the things that I remember really well was that pretty much every week they had a different lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And in
Yeah.
PUBG, there's very important thing. It's called
Mm-hmm.
chemistry between teammates, and that will take you a
But
long way.
I remember with my old mate, he's gonna be casting CS:GO. By the way, he's not leaving or BSL studio. He's just moving to a different region and just casting CS:GO. But as Benevitz's last season said that Mighty Wolves only won because they were playing as a team play, and right now in these upcoming games that we're gonna have, I want to see how the team play have changed. You know, in the last season it was really new. It was something that wasn't developed at the end, but right now I think
I think
it's all about the team play, right?
definitely it's all about team play. If in other games, if you can imagine like CS:GO, where there's not so many people,
Mm-hmm.
you can clutch some situational, mechanical skills.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can do the same in PUBG as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, with PUBG, there's so much more of the situational things
Mm-hmm.
where you need to have that chemistry, you need to have that team play between yourselves,
Yeah.
and
But
the communication. You can't even imagine how important that is.
as I understood, like last season, there was a lot of players that were new in this game. They came from the CS:GO or some different scenes of the FPS gaming, and after the first, let's say, half a year, they tried to adapt to those games. How easy it is that? Like I know that you
Um,
for sure come from the
yeah,
FPS
I
scene
came
as
from
well.
FPS scene.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of CS:GO. Switched to battle royale games. PUBG is the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on a person. It depends on a person. Obviously, CS:GO aims helps you a lot.
Yeah.
Just aiming wise, but it's still a whole different game.
All
Still a
right.
whole different thing.
But how fast? Like what is harder to do in the PUBG? It is to find your sense of the game or to find your aim? What's
I think you can train aim. You know, you can train aim, but
Yeah.
with the, I do love to say that there's so much team play involved in it. You
Oh,
know,
so
I would say it's you like at the point where you cannot rely on your teammates.
mhm.
At that point, you need to start changing something.
Oh, okay, I understood.
Because that's probably one of the reasons why for the last season we had such a close battle with Litis as well for a
Mhm.
lot of the weeks when they had their top lineup. But as I said, they had lineup switches pretty much every week. Some other person came in, and I would say maybe that was one of the reasons why they didn't do so well
Mhm.
as well. So that's why I would love to see people in this season of BSL sticking together and playing with the same lineup on every week.
Yeah, showing off that they can play and win as well. There's a lot of old faces as well, as we talked before, Mighty Wolves and Litus. But in the third and fourth place in the last season, we have the Lietuvos Ateitis that took the third place. Those are the Lithuanian brothers, and as well division in the fourth place, another Latvian team. Right now, we know the division has a different lineup, right?
Definitely. Not only them. We don't really have Lietuvos Ateitis anymore as well as their team.
And as I understand, they split
They
into
did
two
split.
different teams, right?
They did split indeed. Some of them are playing for Aggressive BESL Pro right now, and some of them are switched to another team. I'm not sure which one is that.
I understand. And as well, if we look at the new teams like Yor and Artops, I don't know these players. I haven't seen them before as well. And those are just some things as well. As well, I remember the figure of five being in a bit different lineup that we've seen right now. But Zigas, I know Zigas and Armies, they were the really aggressive players from their side. They didn't succeed as good as they should, but in a while, you know. As well, my question to you is P9.
P9.
The players that they have right now. What do you think about it?
I think it's a great lineup they have right now. I only did play a couple of games together with their new addition, but I think it's a great addition. And I'm still taking them as the victors of this whole tournament.
Yeah. As well, I'm really sad that I don't have the team Kartoshka, one of the favorites, you know. And I wanted to see them prevail. I wanted to see them to shoot for the stars and be there for the victory at least once in the whole BSL, you know. As we have seen in the season 1, they didn't participate. They were still learning. In the season 2, they were there and they were so close. At least few battles, I thought that actually they're gonna take it. After I think one of them shut you down in one of the games, and after that I'm like, no, this is the game.
This is
But
the
no,
one.
that's the moment when they decide. Well, you know what we could do? Push alone, die, and then figure how to win from that position.
Well, if we have a look, we have some new additions as well to our this season's lineup. I see some, obviously, some name changes of the teams. It's not so much of the people changes. We're still playing the last season of BSL as well. But we do have a new teams, for example, from Latvia. We do have HC Pirmais eSports, a team we saw.
Right,
We did see last season playing only CSGO. This season,
I have seen the Mad Kid before somewhere in the PUBG scene in Latvia.
One thing I do love about this team is that they are. It's not all Latvian team. And I do like that. It's like kind of based Latvian team.
Oh.
But it's not all Latvians there.
I see. And
so that's one of the things I really do like to see.
And as well, their corporation, as the HC Pirmais eSport, they have a really good CSGO team. Unfortunately, I think in this week they had the first loss already.
They did, yes.
But I saw only the good comments on social media where they praised them and said, guys, this is the only first game of the BSL season. If you lose, just keep on going. And that the same attitude goes for the PUBG scene as well. If you lose the first game, if you get a really bad drop or someone snipes you down with the unreal headshots, you know those can happen.
Oh yeah, I remember I remember my last season. I still remember
it.
Them.
We can all do them sometimes. We have seen like one of those.
And I can get killed by those as well because I got killed last season.
From the Bait Academy, we have Cloudtail playing, and we saw his remarkable headshots happening with the DMRs and guns like that. And
I do love to see their lineup. I do love to see their lineup because it's all Estonian.
Skill-wise?
Obviously,
yes.
Both ways. Both skill-wise, and they are both all Estonians right now. So no more mixed team there. And I'm hoping for a really good result from there.
Exactly, a lot of ways can go through with them. I want to see that as well. I think the only teams that we haven't talked about is Dator Paso, that is obviously Latvian team, and as well the Team G. So yeah, so we're gonna see them in the game, and we're gonna look what they can bring to us. But before that, let's just go for a really quick commercial break, and after that, we're gonna all see you in a plane, in a game, and for the game number 1 in a BSL PUBG.
See you there.
Alice sapņo lidot uz Marsu. Juris būvēja pats savu raķeti, jo grib būt kā Alice, kura tēmē uz Marsu. Gameri nolēma sacensties mačos, redzot, kā Juris būvēja pats savu raķeti, jo grib būt kā Alice, kura tēmē uz Marsu. Māris nonāk hokeja komandā, iedvesmojies no gameriem, kur ir mačos, redzot, kā Juris būvēja savu raķeti, zinot, ka Alice tēmē uz Marsu. Sanita pacēlās. Nu tā ir zirgā. Jo redz, kā Māris ir aizrauts ar hokeju, gameri iedvesmots, jo tie ir mačos, redzot, kā Juris būvē savu raķeti, zinot, kā Alice tēmē uz Marsu. Toms slīpē bruņu meistara mākslu, jo abrīno princeses zirgā, kur iedrošināja Māris, kurš tagad ir hokejā, gameri iedvesmots, kur ir mačos, redzot, kā Juris būvē savu raķeti, zinot, ka Alice tēmē uz Marsu. Tava aizrautība parauj līdzi mūs un citus. Ar Helio garlaicībai nav izreču un aizrautībai robežu. Helio, kas aizrauj tevi?
Yeah, so Season 3 game number 1 for the lovely map, Old School Erangel.
Well, I do love this map. I do love it. It's the first map that PUBG obviously released with, and it's still the best map in the game.
What do you think about this map? Well, how do you feel between the Erangel and Miramar? What's
the biggest differences are that in Miramar there's obviously so much more to loot, and the people spread out a lot more.
Yeah.
At this point, we see already first teams jumping out of the plane.
These are the first moments of these games, and now we're gonna know the new strategics. Maybe they have made something just for the BSL. Who knows, right?
Yeah, you already see that. As I actually called before the games, I was talking with you. I see 2 teams splitting south of George, which is the last season we had Litest. Now this season it's Bait Academy. They're still trying to split the south of
looks as well the
south of George Pole with Team P9.
Yeah, looks like the Rojna is going to be a really busy place as well, and the school will be somewhere around the Pochinki side and the Fur around the Fur, yeah, as well. And these are the new strategics for the Season 3. It looks like.
And it actually looks like Team Bait Academy gave it away. They gave the south of George away to Team P9, which is a good thing.
I have seen these players before in that side of the map. The George Pole is really been strongly played by the P9 members. I have seen like the old division team and the old Mighty Wolves as well. You really love that place.
Definitely. The last season we had North George, so basically where we see Team Daros Pasale at this point, they're looting what the Team P9 had last season. So that's a good thing. But at this point, we all see a lot of people are still flying on the downside on the map. You still see people flying to Mansion Lipovka as well. We had some people already landed in prison as well.
Looks like the Pochinki is taken by the Aggressiva, but Suprotu, and between them and the victory stands Nordic
I think we should have first action as well in Pochinki. As I said, Pochinki is one of the best places where to land, because that's the best place where you can rotate from to any side of the map. And as we can see as well, the zone has dropped down as well, and zone is pretty much, if we open the mini map.
No, almost no one's in the zone. If you look at the teams, highly they are just the middle of the bridge is occupied as well. But these are the zones I want to see in the BSL because they make the more like action-packed late game happening.
As we know as well that the zone cannot end in the water, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
And then if you think about it.
Oh, and we have the first kill as well.
Kill as well, yeah.
That's the
first. Actually, Vak goes down in Pochinki. If we have a look in Pochinki.
That's already how you called it. It's going to happen. The funds found the Vak, so that means one member down from the Aggressiva Butsuprotu. So that means 4 standing for the Nordic Goblins and 3 standing for the Aggressiva Butsuprotu.
I think at this point, Aggressiva Butsuprotu should fall back a little bit.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be taking any risks. They already lost one member of their team, and they should fall back a little bit. Let's see what they do though.
Looks like the Mysteries gets dropped down.
Yes.
Mysteries drops down one member from the Ensure, the team that we haven't seen before playing that strongly. Looks like they already lost one member, so that means there are only 3 left for them. He crawls back, but looks like he will be saved by the team member Swish. Yeah,
it's only. I'm surprised it's only 2 of them starting this game. Which is not the best scenario you would like to start the season with.
Yeah.
Only 2 of you in the game, but you have to do what you have to do.
Looks like the bridge will be camped really early in the game. It looks like these houses just next to the bridge are going to be taken by the team SC eSports. And if someone's going to be approaching, and it looks like that's actually happening, somewhere near them, they have the team Yor approaching as well, and they're going to be taking the houses or the seaside. If you go,
what I'm very surprised about in this game at the moment is that I don't see anyone in Sosnovka with this early zone that is the 50-50 possibility that it ends up in both ways. We still don't see anybody in looting in Sosnovka. The plane was flying pretty much over it, so I'm surprised to see none teams in Sosnovka at this point.
Yeah. What would be your way to know when to approach, when to go through with the through from one side to another side? Let's say.
And we see our first drop as well falling down. Let's see. Probably none of the teams are aware of it, as we don't see anybody around it. But we have a first drop down.
It looks like it has the MK14 and whole level 3 gear as well. As we can see, just somewhere in the shelter side, we have the team Division approaching slowly as well down to. They're somewhere in the shelters, I think. What do you think about shelters? I don't
not
like
a fan
them.
of that place. Not a fan of that place. I don't like whenever zone ends up there.
Yeah.
It just feels like people will camp until the end.
Exactly.
There's so many levels there, and it just doesn't feel good.
Looks like we have the first guys approaching with the boat as well. Those are
some rotation already going across. I actually thought they will go across the bridge. Our team.
It's like in these moments, I think the car is not the safest way as well. But we have a member from the Praise the Lord, the Crazy, already spotting them out. He knows all the information what he needs, and he's alone there.
He is indeed, but
really
I think one of his teammates, actually all of his teammates, are rotating to him, to his position right now.
They know about
them. They do pick a good position right here. You can see Hanky's rotating next to him, and then we have Ruby and Sikwon, who are both crossing the bridge. Very safe cross, as they all know that there's nobody there. And we can see Team P9 rotating inside the zone as well. They do play it very, very safe.
They're really
we already have a
almost
fight.
gets driven over, and that's the
fight.
Aggressiva versus the Atrops, and it looks like the Massacre and the Aggressiva Butsuprotu get slaughtered. They slaughtered everyone down, and that's almost all the team of Atrops down. I think one member is alive from them.
Well, as we saw, Vak was taken down early in a game in Pochinki. They almost lost another member of their team, but it actually went so much better for them. And we see Kivish, the Murloc, actually dies, or what happened there? I think
miscommunication.
Did he fell off the bike or something?
It's when there are times that you just want to bail the car really fast, and I think this was one of the moments. As right now we can see
we do have still first zone coming in, so it's not gonna do too much damage. But Kivish knocked himself out. Well, that happens, in this game. It happens.
He's just showing his dominance, all right?
But we already saw some. Actually, Armand might get into the fight. Yeah, he does some damage onto the. Onto the 69 Latvia teams.
Yeah, only 1/3 down with that shot, and there's 2 members there. General on behind as well with them. Maybe see the general as well. Oh no, he doesn't have the angle. Looks like
he doesn't. Yeah, he's still too far away. But
yeah,
Arman's actually had a really nice spray. He actually, I think he could have knocked at least one guy down at this position. See, they're taking some other shots from some other teams. Actually, I think it was Generals who was shooting at them, but they are all still alive on Team Dator PASL.
And what we see as well was the P9 approaching that seaside and watching, and he gets a knock there. That's the aggressive.
Yeah, that's the thing that we talked about. It was just fighting across the river.
They just almost slaughtered everyone from our troops, and right now they're being slaughtered by the Hanky. But Goda puts a headshot back.
Easy got a headshot. He got knocked on to Crazy, but he's being taken down. So that's 2 members off.
Yeah,
Aggressive, but Suprot down, so that's only 1 member of their team left.
That's the Senku. Well, these are the new names for us, so pardon if we say them wrong.
Yeah,
but
we are still getting onto the...
Senka Papapao. Well, he's going to be Senka.
Yeah, and
he's
just leaving this area. He understood that he's alone, and let's see how many points.
Yeah, it's all up to Sinkwam now from the Praise the Lord to just approach him on the rock side and try to shoot him down. That's happening already. He misses few of the shots on his back. If Sinkwam lets him live, that's it for them.
Well, this is one of the things that it's very important in PUBG. As we saw, they were fighting across the river. With our team that was, I'm not sure which team it was, that they killed there across the river. And the team, praise the Lord, they already rotated in these buildings here. They obviously heard the fights going on.
Looks like we have the new zone. That's going to be in the Nova Rep.
Now
that's
definitely
the way I want to fight. I really enjoy that.
We have almost more than a 50% of the zone in water. And as we know, the zone cannot end in the water in this game anymore. We had it in the start when the game was just released. The zone could end up in the water. You could swim around each other until you die. That's not it.
It's really interesting.
It's
really interesting that the Armand is going around the island right now and approaching just from the side and really late join for the fight. Really interesting.
We still see a lot of teams rotating in. We still see some teams in Pachinki crossing that near Pachinki, not in the zone yet. But as we see, Team P9 General and Armands are still rotating as well around the island, which is a really good idea. And at this point, that's a very safe play. That's a very safe play. We see Team Praise the Lord having a lot of fights in these early minutes of the game. Sikwand gets knocked on Aureka.
They are shooting just left and right, and looks like they're going to be getting some more kills as well. And the Team 15, that is the Dator PASL, gets knocked down. Favorite gets knocked down and killed as well. And the nade for the good luck as well up.
And that's our team that we were. That's the. That's the team.
It looks like the team Ensure is out. That's the team number 10. Ensure, they just been eliminated. So that means in the first 10 minutes we have lost few members alive, but the whole squad is out. So that means we have 15 teams, 52 members alive. The new zone is approaching slowly as well and biting everyone in the bottom, as we see just few teams not yet in the zone and slowly approaching the new area of the fights.
And we have team Praise the Lord taking a safe approach as well, rotating away from the zone. Actually, it seems like they're rotating away from the zone, but they are doing it all safe. Just going to the bottom part of the map, which is, I think, the safe lane. That we have the team, obviously, from Aggressive, but Suproto. Senka.
And the Team 17 is out as well. That's the Artops. That's the last guy. They had the last guy alive somewhere, and he got found out and eliminated. So that means 14 teams just now being alive, and that slowly gets to the point where we are getting in the closer and closer battles. Right now, the snipers were really useful, but just in a few seconds when you get in a closer battle, you're gonna praise that you have a pistol.
Our second zone is closing in as well. We have AC Pirmais Morusius is having some shots onto the guys who are just crossing the river right now from part of Milta to just to Novorepne. And let's see what happens here.
It looks like Division is taking the slow battle as well. And look, almost every single team is taking it slowly. But just right now on the rocks somewhere, there's a fight between Team 14. There's the Cable Knights fighting the Team number 8. They're going to be approaching them, and slowly this is going to be a bloodbath.
This should be a match here. This pretty much
grenade down in their
here.
faces, and that's. I think that's gonna hit someone. Armies?
Actually, no, he doesn't.
Oh,
but he
Armies
did,
almost
But he does
gets
hear
knocked
the,
down.
He does hear the steps. Yeah, Sextono gets the one knock onto
Cash Money Dollar is
Thunder.
just with the sliver health alive. Armies as well with the one shot left. Sexton just drops
He saw
down.
the second guy as well. He should
He
get
has
a knock
pushed
like
like
this.
this.
And he almost did it. He actually gets tagged down to half of the health.
They fight 50-50 right now, but they have one knock in their favor as well. Zigas is trying to get it sneaky down in the side and try to get something back. If he would look in the backside, he would know that there's someone on the rocks.
They are still taking very safe approach, even though they have such a good position. Vabalas takes down Cash Money Dollar there with the grenade.
Really good nade from him. Armies almost dead.
He finishes
there.
up the Thunder. Sexton Chrono finishes up Thunder. And I think Armina should go down as well. This is not the place where you want to be.
Yeah, a really unfortunate way.
And he gets knocked as well. But where is our last? Which is
he's trying to climb. He's trying to climb. I think right now he's just been trying to like hide somewhere between the trees.
I think you know what Zigas just did. He played Aquaman strategy.
He went
he
around.
just did some swimming.
So that's now how we're gonna call it, right?
But Zigas doesn't look like he's gonna give up all these kills, and
really interesting battles happening, but not in the region of the military base. They are just trying to slowly move back as we have like the Beta Academy as well. Zigas gets in the back and actually finishes the Shyness as well. Bubbles finishes one of his members as well. So that's 1 versus 3.
Okay, he saw the other team as well, and he's taking so much damage. He's down to 13 health here. At this point, he should be going down as well. I don't see a way he's surviving, but Kofinas is actually taking damage from Senka, the guy that we talked about. He was the solo warrior.
He helps them on the side. He knocks one down and finishes as well. So that means one is down. In that battle, Zigas is 1 versus 2. Right now, he's just
still down
on the edge.
15 health.
Literally
and
on
he
the
goes
edge.
down, he goes down to Tono. And that's our team.
That was the 14th team for this game. Only 13 teams left. 44 members alive. As we approach really close to 15-minute, X-Chris gets an M24 kill, or that's the kill on the Crazy.
That's just a knock,
Crazy.
yeah.
But Crazy made a nade call for himself as well. He got knocked down for the Bait Academy as well.
So actually, Cloudtail finishes him up, even though there was a smoke in front of it. And Cloudtail was the furthest member of Team Beta Academy, and he still managed to get the shot onto Crazy and finish him up. That's a nice kill there.
Down the slope slowly, Nordic Goblins are approaching that same battle. Well, the knocks are happening with the snipers. We have the Praise the Lord somewhere in the middle of the trees, fighting 2-3 squads in the same team. The P9 on the side. We have the Team 4, that is the Bait Academy. Between them, there's Nordic Goblins. And
we had a big zone shift as well right now, which is basically there's none of the areas except the place where our team, SC is right now. A lot of people are dying still outside the zone. We see Postver and another of his team members going down.
There are times in this game when you get carried away. When you run through the zone, you think you're going to make it, or you're going to I'm going to just stand in the zone, shoot 1-2 bullets on the side, and then just going to try to run for it. But it looks like 2 members were wrong in that. They got pushed down by the zone and knocked and killed as well. As we have the Bait Academy getting a really good position down, but we have a lot of members fighting right now.
Sick One takes down, I think it's the, was it? No, it wasn't the whole team.
That was only down. 2 members down. Funds and
really
that's sneaky.
That's the team members of Funds who are trying to rotate to his position as well, but didn't succeed so. Unfortunately, Fun stays alone, as we already see some solo warriors in this game.
Froggy gets 1 knock and kills as well. The member from the Jor, the Estofi, gets knocked down and killed as well. Don Kez gets knocked down by the zone. Looks like it's going to be killed as well from him. We have Froggy from the team P9.
And then Team 18 actually total spies. They do eliminate themselves outside the zone. I pretty much saw 3 people go down from outside the zone.
Ooh, a really good shot by General. He gets 1 nap. I think he's gonna get another one after he
did get a knock on Sick One in this position because they didn't know. Generally knocked 1 guy before we didn't even see that happen, but obviously
General steals that.
General
no,
finishes.
that's
No,
different.
that was
General
different. Yeah,
finishes, yeah.
General finishes. Oh, General actually caught the nade in his eye by Ruby, but Froggy's just opened up.
Froggy just slaughtered them. That's it. That's the team. Praise the Lord is
yeah.
out.
That's 2 knocks, but both Armands and Froggy are alive, so that's both pickups here.
Yeah.
Nice play by Froggy here. He actually basically killed all the team. But we do see team number 4, Bait Academy, that here all these shots going on.
This is the battle.
We might see a battle here.
Because like my prediction is these 2 teams going to be in the finals. We're going to have the Bait Academy and P9, and right now they are just down for the fight. Cloudtail is trying to find a better angle as well, as the P9 members are still healing.
General just can't get a break from these guys. He already got shot by guys from PTL, who unfortunately went down in place number 12. But General just can't get a break. He's getting shot from everybody.
But it looks like they are taking those houses up on the hill, and the zone is slowly moving in. They are still have to move. Like the Bait Academy have to move for the next zone and then try to pick some fights. Otherwise, yeah. And as we can see, the team Yor is still on the edge.
Actually, when you talk about team Yor, then Pacher, it goes down from a nice headshot from Xgris M24. A very nice headshot. Actually, I think at this point,
but
if they are ready,
as we can see the funds, we can see him just somewhere behind the ledges. If he joins that fight, if he joins from that hillside, he can take the whole squad of the Bait Academy. Right now, we're going to see the next zone. This changes everything. Just these last seconds. 1 second. Now,
I still think AC Pirma is at this point, they have a really good position. High ground on everyone.
Yeah.
A lot of teams have to rotate inside the zone. There's still just one, basically 3 houses inside, Novo Repne, and that's about it. Our team, Yor, they actually decided to fall off. They did get Pacharat up and just rotate away.
Yeah, they are using the smaller houses for their good, and it looks like they're going to be just staying there as well. The team that we haven't seen before, the Mad Kid from Team 12, that's the eSports. They are taking the hillside, and they still have the zone. They're really good in the prediction of that. As we have different fights closely happening in, between Division and Garlic Cola. No, yes.
It seems like Bait Academy just won't let B9 go. They just wanna. They are basically. They already heard shots from Armas, who just actually got a knock on Babalas. Really nice M24 shot there. And actually, if we have a look on the team Bait Academy, because Team P9 are shooting with some other squad, Bait Academy could get some knocks in behind them. I think they should lead them in a second.
Mr. Knight is showing a really good play by his team. They already got 4 kills down there.
That's Arman gets the kill until the end. And we should have some action right now between P9 and Bait Academy.
This is the final action. Like, this is what's going to happen in finals. That's my prediction.
We still do have 11 teams alive, so that's a lot of teams alive. Even though it's maybe just one person alive, it's still a lot.
They're really close in the bag.
That's definitely.
That's
they want these skills.
They
want these skills. They see them as well.
Should I get one? Actually, he gets a help by the Razy as well.
Yeah,
Froggy gets a
lot of action going down here.
That's it. That's the team number 3. That's P9 is out.
Yeah, that's team P9 in place 11. Well, not the best start for them. Definitely not the best start. They would hope so. This is one of the things that I always like to say.
Yeah.
One person, check your behind.
Always. And right now, Bait Academy did what they are called for. They are the baiters, and they baited someone to not look in their back.
Well,
and they just
Sanka actually just threw a nade, which wasn't a really smart idea because there's a whole team of Bait Academy there.
He can still survive.
He can.
No one expects him to be there.
Well, look, he's just running away. And, well...
If he gets to that truck before Xgris shuts him down, that's going to be it for him. If he lies there down,
he actually is just lying down and trying to get the kill. Well, what position is not the best. He actually catches the nade and gets finished up. But that wasn't the place where you want to be. That road is pretty much flat. There's nothing to hide behind. We do see the team, AC Pirma, who I already talked about, had a really good position.
We just the ball game there. They're
Really hard hits, even though they are in the high ground.
But being on a high ground, they're slowly approaching, just slowly getting some knocks, some damage down. But they're gonna be moving soon. The zone is coming in 30
we still
seconds.
have all of the team bait, so there's all 4 people there. Kalimela is knocked, but he's going down as well because all of his team is in a building which is next to Nova.
Yeah, well, that's why. Why is he there? Like, why? These are the late game moments. Don't leave the team. It's
maybe he was trying. Maybe he was trying to rotate as well, but didn't succeed in doing so. We do see Matkid getting a knock on Eric's again. That's already, I think, the second or maybe third knock. As he's
the Garlic
going
Cola gets
down.
1 member down. Looks like only 1 or 2 are left for them. Yeah, it looks like only 1. He can pick him up. No, that's it. Only
At this point, Tono should have some action as well. If he decides he's the last member of his team, if he decides to take some action with Team Bait Academy, he could get 1 knock, but obviously at that point, I think he should go down as well. That's our
10
team.
kills for the Team 4 already.
That's your team going down in place number 9.
Like, looks perfect. Only 8 teams alive, 18 members alive as well. 23 minutes in the game. This is going to be really quick. But Sexton is still in behind
he decided
the
not to
Bait
fight.
Academy.
He decided not to fight them as they were. I even think he heard them running past them, but he decided not to.
He's playing for the points.
Mystery is in such a kind of good bad position because he knows there's people on top of him, so he can just wait for him to jump down and try to get some kills.
Looks like Latvia Teats gets 1 kill somewhere on the side.
That's from Warzi's from Team EP. That's Latvia Teats. Yes, he's alone as well, and he gets shot from Matkid.
Yeah, he's going to be
not the
big
place
now.
where you want to be.
He gets 1 down as well. He gets another one. He gets another one.
He gets another knock. That's 2 knocks, but
that
this is
took a bit too long than it should. Right now, we have another member from the Team Garlic Cola to speak alive there. He can take a fight, but LQ from a different side of the fight joins in from the
that should be an easy kill for him as well. He actually can't hit his shots. Yeah, he finishes it up, so that's team number 7. Garlic Cola goes down in place number 7.
6 teams left right now. Really close battles happening. Sexton is still in the behind of the Bait Academy.
He's still playing all these snake strategies right here. As we know, it works, pretty well.
We have seen that before. I'll be honest, I have played like that.
But we have only 2 teams with a full lineup. That's Team Division and Team Bait Academy.
Yeah.
We do see Mr. Ghost from Exhibition landing some shots.
It looks like someone already picked up the drop, all the gear what was in there, but didn't fancy to take the machine gun.
And then we have another zone switch, which doesn't play well for Team Exhibition.
Yeah.
And then, as I say that, X-Chris actually gets another headshot. X-Chris gets a kill on Funds. He gets 2 headshots.
They're just running around the map and slaughtering everyone left and right.
I'm starting to think that Apex Legends actually helped X-Chris.
I see. The Team 16 is out now. Those were the guys from the Team G. I didn't expect that they're going to be in the 5th position in this game.
Well, you know, we still have a lot of new teams, so it's a long season.
Yeah. A lot of fights were happening from the SCPMI's eSport, but only 1 member is standing right now. That crucial fight, 1 versus 3, and they actually lost 2 members by that fight. LQ knows that there is someone down on that side.
He did hear these shots coming from the top of the hill. Obviously, they were taking them from Team Exhibition.
Looks like a little Molotov for good luck for him, just to show up his dominance right now.
Let's see what Ghost decides to do so, because the position ain't great for him. It's obviously 4 teams alive. He's the only member of his team.
That moment, if someone from the Team Bait Academy spots him out, he's dead.
Well, it seems like they saw him. Yeah, he's noted here. Actually lands a shot on the Cloud Tail, which only does 24 damage, so that's not a lot.
He gets shot by
but he gets shot by X-Chris. Just going off. And
exactly, Cloud Tail gets 1 kill, X-Chris gets another one as well, so that means LQ is down. SCPMIS goes out as well from this team. 15 kills. That's a domination for the Team 4. That is Bait Academy right now.
That's already Team Division losing 1 member of there, so that's basically 3 versus 4 right now. We have still Dono, who is just a solo warrior. That's an X-Chris with a nade, gets a knock onto the Sufi.
As we look at the kill rating right now, we have 16. That's the 16 kill for the X-Chris.
16 kill for the team, yeah. The 8 for X-Chris.
Yeah, and
first
8
game.
for him.
first game. Can you imagine that?
I think they're just like in the DM, you know, in the CS.
Oh, they just, I'm to say, they are just going off in this game. Crazy to see this kind of performance by them. And they have the zone. It's a little bit aggressive by Alchim to actually almost gets a kill onto the cartel. I was pretty sure that he got a headshot on him, but no.
He knocks down the X-Chris. It looks like he
actually
will
going to
be
get picked up. Yes, and
if
it's
Flabber
basically
joins the fight right now, these are the moments when you have to join and make the decision when to fight.
Well, this is the moment where Flabber actually should fall back and wait for that one guy, because he knows he's one guy. There's 4 guys of team Bait Academy alive, and there's only another guy who doesn't know where he is. So Flabber is going to play all the way until he gets that second position. Obviously, but if he hears shots, then he should participate into the fight as well. Well, it's basically 1-1 against 4.
Yeah, obviously the Sexton is playing really well in this matchup. When he knows he's alone, he
did really well.
He
in
has
this match.
to survive. That's
he
all.
Did really well. What he did, because he heard Bait Academy running past him, he went really slowly behind them and crawled all the way inside the zone. So that was really well played by Tono.
And right now he's doing what he has to do. He's just waiting
Yeah,
out.
he's just surviving. He's inside the zone.
This is
I'm not really sure why our team Bait Academy not playing a little bit more aggressive. They see it's 6 people alive. They know it's not two. I would aware. They know how many people they kill from each team. Obviously, they should know it's 1 against 1. And but as you can see already, it actually looks like we are seeing. Yeah, they are splitting and just searching for these guys. And it looks like they are actually looking more to the Flabber's way than they are to Tono's.
Well, this is who twitches first. You know, whenever you see someone in the fields, and if you want to shoot, these are the decisions they have to make. If you see Sexton, and if Sexton sees someone from the team Bait Academy, he has to make the decision, shoot or not. Maybe they don't see him. Who knows?
Well, and we do have the last zone, which is going to close in that 5 seconds right now.
This is like the moment in the movies when there's like the big, like
I wouldn't say
dramatic music happening.
This is actually not so great for Team Bait Academy, as they are playing until the last zone, because you know the last zone is unpredictable. It can end up wherever.
Yeah,
and they have found Flabber. Yeah, they have found Flabber. A lot of angles. Unfortunately, Team Division goes down in number 2. Let's see what Tono does though. Tono, our solo man.
Yeah, well, he survived, and right now he can just phrase everything and know that it's gonna stop now.
But unfortunately, no kills there.
No
Tono
kills
goes
there.
down.
And that's it for him, and that's it for the game number 1.
Bait Academy, sir.
Woo, baby.
19 kills.
That's what I wanted to see from
them. Well, that's how you start a tournament.
Exactly.
That's how you start a BSL Season 3.
I was talking with the Cloudtail before, and he said we're gonna slaughter. We're just gonna run, and he actually did.
He proved it. And I'm surprised. First
19
game,
kills for the team Bait Academy. In the second position, we have our solo Snake guy, the Cable Knight.
Tono.
In the third position, we have the old school members from the Latvia. We have the Division with a bit new. Players in that team, they are still, I think, figuring out how to do things and stuff.
Definitely.
So we have that in the fourth position. SC Pyramids, when they were holding the hill,
they had really good position, and I was hoping for them to get a lot of more kills from that position there. Unfortunately, two of them went down to Latvia Teats, and well, that.
But the biggest problem, the biggest problem was that 3 versus 1 fight, and he actually gets two
knocks, insane.
And almost gets the third as well.
Position wasn't the greatest for him as well.
Yeah.
Where he was sitting, so
they knew where he is.
Yeah, they knew.
That's the moment where you have to go in the pre-fire and try to collect some kills. Like, just don't dare. As well, in the 5th position, we have to mention like the team with the Kalimelia. I think they are like the new team that I haven't seen before playing, and that's why I wanted to see them perform a little bit.
I do remember Kalimela from last season. He did play, but the team, the other guys, they actually, as we can see, they started 3 of them in this game, which is obviously not the best start. You do want these all 4 guys alive, and just one person makes such a huge difference.
That's the Team G. I haven't seen the Team G playing before. That's why I'm saying that I'm really happy to see them performing as they did, and to get the 5th place in the first game. I think that's a bit of confidence boost, right? But for really surprising way, we have the P9 out, I think, in the 11th place.
It was 11th place, only with 5 kills all together.
Well, you say only 5 kills, but in the top 4 top 5 position, there were teams with only 1 or 2
Well,
kills.
you know, I'm expecting from them to land 20 kills every game.
I'm expecting for them to survive, you know, not to get slaughtered by Team Bait Academy. I'm
But
really
Bait
happy.
Academy did everything so great
Yeah.
on the death play there.
I'm really happy that they did so. They showed their dominance. And if we look at this last season, if you remember the first few, I think the first few weeks for the PUBG, it was where Lettuce got the really high lead, and then
Advantage
Mighty
first.
Wolves slowly
Yes,
crawled and
indeed.
took it over. I think it's going to happen again. They're going to take a really, really strong lead, and after that,
Well,
they're just going to crawl back.
One of the biggest differences that I already mentioned, I think, a couple of times at the start of this of our cast, was that they do have only 4 people, no substitutes.
Yeah.
So that's all they have at this point that we see. Only
Mhm.
4 people. So that means that if the lineup is going to stay together, they're going to get stronger with every game they play.
Yeah. Oh, really nice. Right now, I think.
Your kiss, sweet like poison. You know you make me reckless. I'll run, but you are friction.